Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby and welcome to the official launch of the Pick of the Week! Can I just tell you, we've already had 2 shows on this today. If you missed the hour with Debbie earlier on, you may well have also missed Wake Up Call, where we previewed this brand new collection, and already, I think I'm right in saying, wow. I thought it was less than that. A quarter of the stock of your Pick of the Week has gone before we even officially launch it. There has been a lot of hype about these amazing watercolour stamps. You're going to get a Showstopper as well. This is the brilliant thing to say. And for our US viewers, you have got it tariff-free once again. We have done as much as we possibly can over the course of this week particularly to bring you collections where everybody can get them. So I'll talk you all around that in just a few moments' time. But there's options for everybody. But I've got to tell you, until I was in the Wake Up Call show earlier on with Debbie Fisher, I didn't really quite understand and get the concept of these stamps. And now I've seen them, now I've seen how it works, my mind is blown. And if you haven't yet seen them, then this collection, I think, is one that you are going to be snapping up absolutely for sure. If you have already bagged this earlier on, get nice and interactive with us. Ask those questions. If there's anything particular that you would like to see, again, request it. We're very good here at being interactive. If we can answer your questions, we will. If we can do a particular demo or a particular request for you, we will. If we can't do it, we'll let you know. But always, please feel free to ask. And I am delighted to say for this 2 hours, the Pick of the Week, well, one of my absolute faves. I was doing some filming with her this morning. Very kind of, you know, top secret stuff going on there. But a few of you might know what we were up to. But Leanne and I are very, very busy doing some BAFTA award-winning filming. And I mean, they probably won't. And I'm very excited to say that she is back. She is with you for the next couple of hours. Here she is, the moss to my sisal, the wonderful Leanne Chivers, not only an excellent crafter, but a brilliant actress as well.
Well, I think that remains to be seen somehow. The viewers can judge about whether that, I don't know about. Anyway, I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah.
This collection is, this is me being self-indulgent.
Yes.
I wanted this, so I made it. So apologies if you don't, because I really did. And I'm looking forward to telling you why I wanted it, because I think when you see what you can do, you're going to want it too.
I will ask that question as my first question in just a few moments' time. Let me just get the details up, though, for the Showstopper. Leanne has got all the boards, and we'll show you all the different stamps you're going to get, and the glitters and the brushes. So we'll go all through that in just a second, but let me just kind of show you everything that you're going to get. It's £56 if you're a Platinum member. It is $76 if you're in the US and you're a Platinum member. It is tariff-free, so let's just stress that again. US viewers, shop, 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 tariff-free. It is also free shipping for you as well, and a lot of our US viewers have been delighted with that fact. But you are going to get all of your brand new stamps in all of these different shapes and sizes. So you've got your teardrop, you have got the square, you've got your ovals and circles and hearts and stars, you've got your rectangles as well. You also get your fantastic water brushes as well. You've got your fine nib, your flat nib with those. And I know Leanne will probably chat about this, but I'll mention it now so that I've mentioned it. They screw the other way. Not like righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. And you are also going to get within the collection all of your fantastic glitters as well, which we'll see on boards in just a few moments' time. That essentially is your brand new collection. If you are in the UK and you just want that on its own, that collection, you can go for that. If you're in the UK and you just want individuals, you can. If you're in the US, you could go for individuals, but you'll get charged your tariffs. So if you're in the US, buy this. We will then give you, for half price, 10 sheets of our Christmas Red Centura Pearl. We'll give you our flat brush in the Royal and Langnickel collection, and we will also give you the fantastic, must-have, everyone's wearing them, Crafty Royalty apron. That is what is included in there, makes it a tariff-free bundle for you. So get all of that within the collection for half of the price. That is why a quarter of the stock has already gone. £56, $76, tariff-free, and your free shipping. A few quick hellos and then we'll look through the boards. Jan is back with us on the socials. Hello, Jan. Sarah says hello again, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm excited to see Leanne's demos. Jen Shank says good morning and happy Friday. Lakieta joins us from Kentucky. And Karen Carter says, hi all. I've watched the last 2 shows, but this is the one I've been waiting for. I've got my showstopper early this morning. This is what we want to hear. Have you bought yours? If you have, what do you want to see? What do you want to ask? Kendall's joined us in Minnesota. Stephanie says good morning to Ben and Leanne and all the team from Farmingdale, New Jersey. Pat Demarest says hello, Ben, Leanne, super talented crew, and all my lovely crafting friends. That's you guys, that is. Jeffrey Langley says hello. Carolyn Wilson says hi from Florida. Ordered the showstopper earlier, so I'm looking forward to all the great ideas. Brilliant ideas, so many possibilities. Can you tell how excited I am? And love to create LC says hello, Ben, Leanne, Jan, team, and all. So keep the questions coming in and the hellos. First question then, Leanne. Why did you decide to make this collection?
Ben, that is an excellent question.
Thank you. I thought it's one you might want to answer.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to make this collection because I am not an artist. I can't draw to save my life, and I can't freehand anything. But I always like the look of what freehand looks like. And I've been tracking on Instagram for quite a while. There's a trend for painting with cardboard tubes. Yeah. So using basically toilet roll tubes that have been crushed into different shapes and using them to dabble paint and paint with them. I tried that. Turns out not only can I not draw, I can't crush a tube either. And they were meant to look like love hearts and they looked like what? Something a bird had left on the pavement.
Oh dear.
Yeah, nothing good.
Splats.
And I thought, this is frustrating because you've obviously got to have some skill to be able to do that. And I'm obviously lacking in the skill. Yeah. So I thought, what do I need? What do I need? I thought, I know what I need. I need some photopolymer stamps that nest so I can have all the different shapes in the sizes. And then I thought, we have nest and dies. Why can I not have a nest and stamp? Yeah. Why do I just have to have one shape of stamp? Why can't I have the same shape several times? I thought, well, I can because we can make it, because we manufacture our own product. And I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to do it, which is why I did it, Ben. So this is why
here they are.
Here they are. Now, this, I just have to show you, this is the start. Now, please bear with us because you'll be like, why on earth do I need that in my life? I'm sure you sat at home thinking that. I'm going to race through the shapes and I'm going to show you the reasons why you need it. The first thing I want to show you is I'm starting with the star. And when I received the first set of star stamps, I got really excited and I was outside with Tracy and Jamie might have been there, and Nicola was there. And I just stamped it straight away and did some colouring with it, with paint, and used some water. And this is the result I got immediately. So this is my first set of live testing that you would have seen. And I was thrilled with it, with the bauble as well, with the teardrop that you'll see in a second. And that is why I wanted these stamps, to be able to create beautiful watercolour shapes that do not look stamped and coloured, but look like something that you have created yourself as a piece of artwork. I'm going to show you how easy it is. So you've got the stars, you've got the squares, which are brilliant for presents. I'll show you that in a second. You've got your circles, a multitude of things. You've got your lovely hearts. We've got our oval. We've got our teardrop.
Love that.
And we've got the rectangle. Okay, so you've got all of those sets in there. Then you've got your 2 sets of beautiful glitters. And these are really lovely. So you can see there that you've got your shamrock, raspberry, cerulean, cosmic cobalt and iris. And then you've also got your sunray, nickel, sunrise, interstellar and galaxy.
Love it.
So you've got all of that there. Now, I need to show you what these will do in terms of some samples and some of the things that I'm going to show you how to do. Look how beautiful that is.
That is incredible.
That is something you would go into a high street shop and pay at least £5 for. Yeah. You can do that yourself. Not one of those looks stamped. They all look freehand drawn. Absolutely. And it looks like an exquisite piece of art. So, by the way, if you want to do these and frame them with inspirational sentiments on and sell them at craft fairs, please do.
Do it.
Here's another example, which I love. I'm going to have a look at how to do that. Here's an example of how to use the circles a little bit differently.
That's cute.
Another example of how to use the circles a little bit differently. Nest 2 circles together, you've got yourself a snowman looking up into the sky.
That's brilliant.
Isn't that so good?
It's really good.
So easy to do. 3 circles, and you've got yourself some baubles for Christmas. A few teardrops, you've got yourself some flowers and a butterfly.
Incredible.
Nest your squares, you've just got a beautiful geometric background. Use your teardrop, and you've got some Easter egg, not your teardrop. Yes, your teardrop.
Yeah.
You've got some Easter eggs there. Use your circles and a bit of masking tape. You've got
Wow.
yourself some ladybugs. Use your squares, and you've got a geometric background. Use your rectangles, you've got some beautiful presents.
Love it.
Really go to town with everything you possess, and you've got the most gorgeous, eclectic background, which is exquisite.
Amazing.
Mask off a little bit, you've got a sentiment space for a sentiment there. Here, look, just use some of the squares and make yourself a lovely geometric background. That is happy for the stars. Use your nests and cut out some nests there if you want to as well. Use your ovals, make some balloons. Use your teardrops, make some baubles. Use your teardrops, make some lemons.
Love that.
It's so good, Ben. It's really good. I wanted to be able to do all of that. I've been following it and very envious of the people who can do it themselves on Instagram and with like toilet roll tubes, etc. I just didn't have the skill. So I made us some stamps to be able to do it ourselves.
Do you know what? And I said this earlier on, it took me a while to sort of grasp the concept, but now that I've seen it, hopefully you guys have seen it as well. And it is that whole point of, isn't it? If you are a crafter, maybe you can't draw, maybe you don't think yourself as being that artistic, but this collection is going to allow you to become that artist, going to allow you to kind of like craft with artistic flair. And the fact that you've got these nesting stamps, these outline stamps, which, as Debbie was showing us earlier on, you've got the ability to manipulate and change the shapes of. It really does give you endless possibilities. Loads of these have already gone. As we said, 25% of the stock gone already of the pick of the week in the earlier shows. Very, very busy already for these too. Like I said, I think if you're in the US and you want these, you've got to go down that Showstopper route because you get everything, you get it tariff-free, you get the little extras in there as well, and you're going to get your free shipping. So this is definitely the way to go for you guys. UK viewers, then you've got the choice. It may well be you're on a smaller budget. Maybe you just want to try this kind of concept out, pick a few of the shapes and get those into your basket. Maybe you just want to try a few of the glitters. Everything's available for you individually. But my word, at £56 platinum for everything, I think this is sensational. And I really do think once you've seen this show, if you've missed the earlier shows, sit back, relax, watch Leanne take you through this. You'll be wanting this by the end of the show. I can almost guarantee that. Hi to Cindy Condi, who says, hello all, I love watercolour. You're going to fall in love with these, 100%. Hillary and Holly are in. See you guys tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Karen says, good morning from a very stormy Hampton Roads in Virginia. Hello, Jane Quigley. She says, I'm watching and babysitting. Jane, thank you so much, by the way, in case I didn't say it yesterday, for your new Craftimonial. Hopefully we'll be seeing that at some point in the coming days. Mary Shaw says, hello. Hello, Mary. Hello, Lakieta saying, perfect explanation. Absolutely brilliant collection, Leanne. And Rita Jackson says, I love, 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 love the tuition that Leanne provides. I even love the sound of her voice when she is instructing us. It is a very soothing tone. She does have a very, very soothing voice.
I'm going to screen snap that and take it home and show my husband.
Ah, yes. Yes.
And tell him that he must agree.
Okay. What does he normally say about...
He would normally say, can you give it a rest for a minute, woman? Something along those lines.
Do you know what? I was having this conversation with Debbie Fish the other day when I accidentally shouted in her ear. And this is what Laura says to me all the time. Oh, you are so loud. Can you just turn it down? That's what I get a lot at home. Wow, says Stephanie Theodos. Amazing samples. What a great job, design team. Thank you. Right, we're going to get into this. Questions, please. Anything you want to see, let me know, please. If you want Leanne to flick through finished samples again, please. If you want to see the glitter boards again, just let me know. Let's make it nice and interactive. Get ready to be wowed. If you've already got this, sit back, lap it up, take in all the inspiration and ideas. If you haven't yet got this, get ready to get your credit card out. Right, let's get on to seeing this. Which of the shapes are you going to start with, Leanne?
So before I start to compose, a card or put them together in an arrangement, I just wanted to take a minute to really talk you through the very basic technique.
Good.
So what you need to do, what you need to be mindful of, how you're going to get the best out of them. We'll focus on that first and then we'll start to make some things and you can see how to put them together. So I'm going to do that with the star because that was my very first test. When I first got them out, I was like, oh, I'm going to try the star. Okay. So we're going to take them off. Now, they very definitely nest, which means you can put your hand through the stamp.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I haven't seen a set of nesting stamps before, ever. So we've got the first set of nesting stamps. You've seen them here first. I'm going to use it on my rocker block.
Yeah.
They're photopolymer, and they're photopolymer for a reason. Photopolymer is premium, as you know. They're photopolymer so that they do not sis and resist the paint, so that the paint will lie on the surface of the stamp, which gives you a lovely clean impression.
Okay.
I've then got my paint brush.
And that is top notch, isn't it? For our newer viewers, photopolymer is like top of the tree, isn't it?
It's
in the world of stamps.
Yes, the premium.
Yeah.
When it comes to stamping, you've got rubber, photopolymer, acrylic. That's how it goes. Okay, so I'm wetting my paintbrush and just picking up from this watercolour paint palette the colour I would like to use for my stars.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use this yellow.
Okay.
And then that goes directly on to your stamp.
Right.
Now, the good thing about this is, because it's a watercolour technique, you don't need to worry about it being too perfect or too precise. If you get a little bit splashed out of side of the lines, that's good. It's going to add to the overall natural hand-done effect that you want to achieve. This isn't about a perfect black line stamped that we colour in. It's very, very, very different to that.
Yeah.
So I'm painting my paint onto the photopolymer. You do need to work quite quickly so that it doesn't dry, but not so quickly that it feels uncomfortable.
Details bottom of the screen for your watercolour palette.
And then stamp it onto your piece of watercolour card.
Okay.
Now, there are two ways you can do it. You can stamp it directly like this, or you can spritz your card first. I'm going to show you both, and you'll be able to see the difference between the two. You will just decide which one works for you best. So once you've done that, keep the paint on your brush, and with your water pot, just take a little bit more water, because you do want more water than you feel would be naturally comfortable. A little bit more water, and then we just go to the edge of that and drag it out.
Okay.
And just follow that along.
Andy's joined us, Zoe's joined us. Alex Girling says, hi Leanne, Ben, from a sunny West Midlands. I was a bit like you about these, Ben, says Alex, but I was quickly swayed when I checked them out in the first show. Well done you, and you're not alone. Loads of people have checked these out. A good variation of different shapes you've got for us here, Leanne, as well.
Yes, and we did that so that you can achieve, you know, all of the samples that we've just shown you. You can create and build your own characters. You can build your own card fronts. You can make full backgrounds if that's what you want to do. You can make pieces of artwork that you could then sell if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So I've gone around the outside, as you can see. Now I'm cleaning off my brush. I didn't add any more paint. That was the paint that was residual from loading the stamp.
Yeah.
Cleaning my brush, leaving a little bit of moisture on there, and then all I'm doing is round the edges, bringing that into the centre so that it gets lighter and lighter. Clean your brush again, bring that out, and you've got that beautiful dimensional star right in front of your eyes.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to do a smaller one as well. We'll talk about that in a second. So let's do a couple more. And then I'll talk to you about how to apply the glitter as well. And then that's just all of the very basics managed for you straight away. Will they fit on? Yes, that's perfect. Okay, so damp brush again, picking up the yellow paint. Straight onto the stamps.
I'll ask you, because I know we've got the water brushes in the in the kit. When do you use the water brush? When do you use like a standard brush?
You could do this with the water brush if you like. I need to get some more water in my water brushes. But these are the brushes that Sheena launched when we did Watercolour Fusion.
Okay.
If you've got those will work.
Yeah.
The valve brushes, I think, are great for travelling. And the reason that they don't screw on in the way you would normally imagine, Ben, is when you're painting like this, the screws on brushes that aren't manufactured in that way, it separates because of the movement.
Yes.
And so, therefore, your water can flood out and the end can fall off.
I knew
so
there'd be
if you do it the other way, that prevents that from happening.
I love that. I felt very intelligent the other day because Debbie came through and she was like, I can't get this off. And then Johnny tried to do it. And I can't remember who told me. We've had the paint brushes before, haven't we? I think it might have been Debbie Robinson. And I knew the answer. I was like, oh, I think you'll find that they unscrew the other way. Yes, so I felt very pleased with myself.
So you should.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
There we go.
There you go.
And then I haven't cleaned my brush, so I just take a little bit more water. And I'll do this one and then bring some of that paint out. And you see there was a little bit missed there. It doesn't matter.
No.
Because you want that very natural, fluid look. If it goes over the edge a little bit, it goes over the edge a little bit. It does not matter a jot. You want this to feel like you have freehand painted this. The whole point of these stamps is that you haven't got a crisp line that it looks like you've coloured in. You almost want them to be a little bit organic.
Yeah.
Organic would be the word. Now that I've done that and I've got my centre, clean all of the paint off my brush and just bring that paint out into the centre. Clean the paint off the brush again, bit of clean water in the centre and it's done. Brilliant. And then the same for the small one.
Well done, Jane. Says I've just bought these, watching what they can do, and yes, I definitely need them. Julie Barlow, hello, crafty friends. I didn't think I needed these, but I've ordered the Showstopper. Yeah, I always marvel, Leanne, with the amount of our crafty friends or crafty viewers who, you know, like you, they're very good at crafting, but then find it very difficult to draw freehand. And I feel like you've solved a problem for so many people here, haven't you? Well, this is the thing. I mean, my husband's an incredible artist. He's brilliant at drawing.
Yeah. I cannot. And it frustrates me because I want to be able to do these things and I can't. And, you know, there weren't any stamps to allow me to help to do it. Yeah. And also, how the dickens are you folding a star? Can we just take a minute? How are you folding a star from a bit of cardboard tube?
That's a really good point.
How are you folding a star from a piece of toilet roll tube?
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
So, well, I tried. I couldn't, which is why we've got the stamps. Now, this could just be a little card front in its own right. This could be, you can handwrite on here, you're a star.
Yeah, love it.
And it's just a lovely, matte and layer it, it's just a lovely, make it as a gift tag for a wine bottle, if that's what you wanted to. So you can do lovely little projects, as well as the larger projects, and do them very well. So before you put your glue on, always dry, leave to dry, or use your heat gun to dry, so that the glue only sticks where you want it to stick. And then you're going to use your fine tip glue applicator with your tacky in, and you're not going to do lines. Okay. Okay? What you're going to do is, in fact, off the page, get your glue flowing, and then...
dotties.
Random dotties.
Yeah.
Just in one area. Just one side.
Yeah.
Because you want it to feel a little bit eclectic. You don't want it to feel fully
like
precise.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to be
organic,
precise. It wants to be organic.
Yeah.
It's exactly, that's the word of the day. It wants to be organic. Okay, then we're going to put a little bit of our glitter on here.
Rach Wu has just asked Leanne, she says, do I have to use rocker blocks?
No.
Right.
You can use the stamping platform, you can use an acrylic block.
Okay.
Use whatever your particular...
Whatever suits you.
Whatever suits you.
Yeah.
Okay, that can come off.
So this is the glitter we get in the collection as well, yeah?
It is the glitter you get in the collection.
Interstellar.
This one is Interstellar.
Yeah.
There we go. Now, once that glue dries clear, it will look like the first one I showed you, because that glue's still white at the moment, but it'll dry clear and you'll have a little twinkle.
The dimension you've achieved
on the star
is just incredible. It looks like it's jumping off the page,
doesn't it? And that's just by, you know, using your paintbrush and letting it get lighter into the centre. And that is exactly what I've taught you how to do in the Academy of Colour with alcohol markers. I tell you to preserve your highlight, leave it lighter in the centre and work your colour into the middle. And so the techniques that you've already learned in Academy of Colour, you've already got in your back pocket and you can apply them to this. Now, if you then get yourself a little fine liner, or a Sharpie, whichever you prefer. Let's find the one I want here. That'll do. That'll do nicely. I don't want to hear from anybody, oh, I can't, my handwriting's awful. I can't do it, my handwriting's awful. I don't want to know, because when you're gifting this to a loved one, when you're no longer here, they still have the gift of your handwriting.
Ah, I like that.
It's really important when you're journaling, when you're writing in scrapbooks, when you're writing cards, try always to handwrite it, because that's something that they can be treasured, especially when you're doing keepsakes. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if your handwriting's a bit of a mess. Mine's not perfect.
No.
by any stretch, but it's a gift of me. So if this was a gift tag.
Ah, you're a star.
There you go. And that is a lovely little gift tag that can be gifted. And that's how easy it is to use in bed. Of course, there's so much more we can do, but that's just the basic.
Oh, just a quick question. I just wanted to give you a stock update on this, but a quick question from Wendy for you, Leanne. She says, I have a difficult time squeezing the glue bottles. Do you have any suggestions at all for Wendy?
For these ones?
That's what she just said, glue bottles, so I imagine those, yeah.
They're quite soft. What I would say then is, not boiling because it'll melt. Right. But like hand warm, tepid water, put your glue bottle in, a cup of water, not boiling out the kettle because that won't end well. But if you can bear to have your finger in it, it's warm enough. Let your glue bottle sit in there for maybe 5 or 10 seconds. Yeah. Give it a little dry and give it a squeeze. It'll just soften it enough to be able to squeeze it.
Excellent. Keep the questions coming. Brilliant idea, says Elizabeth. Thanks for coming up with these stamps. They are so versatile. Alcia's joined us. Hello, Alcia. Faye Smith says, seeing the gorgeous samples and watching Leanne has convinced me that I need this showstopper. And Crafty Angie says, Ben, I've ordered my showstopper. Yes, Angie, I love that. Let me know if you've ordered yours. I know more having this show because another 5% of the stock has officially gone. We are now over 30% of this showstopper stock gone. And like I say, like Leanne's hit the nail on the head here. There's so many of you who this applies to, who want to be able to be that artist. You want to be able to create, artistic projects, whether it be cards, whether it be, decorations for boxes, whether you want to create your own home decor, whether you want to be able to create all of these fantastic things, frame them, sell them, it's entirely up to you. This set is going to allow you to become that artist. And I love that idea again, particularly if you have done the Academy of Colour, all the hints and tips that you've learned off the back of that, you can then take to these stamps too. And also don't forget, whilst you're watching this show, to bookmark it, because when you get your showstopper back, you'll then be able to refer to all of the lessons that Leanne's giving you here, all the hints and tips that Debbie was giving you earlier on. But it's the showstopper you need to go for. I think this is so nicely priced. It's tariff-free as well for our US viewers. All the different shapes of those nesting watercolour stamps in there. So your teardrop, your square, your hearts in there, the stars that we've just seen. You've got the ovals, you've got your circles, and then those oblongs, those rectangles in there too. You got your set of your 4 brushes as well. Don't forget your water brushes. You've got 2 of the flat heads and 2 of those fine brush nibs in there too. And then you're going to get all of your glitters as well. So 10 pots of glitter with the metallics and those beautiful bright colours. That's all included. That's all of the new product that you're going to be getting. If you're in the US, get this bundle because it's tariff-free. We give you then for half price 10 sheets of your Christmas Red Centura Pearl. You've got another one of the flathead Royal & Langnickel paintbrushes, and of course you will get your brand new apron as well. So all that is included in there. We've popped that into the showstopper and we've halved the price of it, right? So if you were to basically buy those 3 items on their own, we've halved the price, added it to the cost of this new bundle, and we've come to that cost of £56 or $76, tariff-free. You're also going to get that shipped for free as well in the US. If you're in the UK, if you're in the US and you want to pay the tariff, well, that's fine. You can pick and choose. Feel free to do that, but this is the sensible option for you. If you're in the UK, you can pick and choose the individuals if you like. If you want to add more of the glitter in there, you can. If you want to buy more of those brushes, of course, you can do that too. Everything is on the shop the day, but the majority of people are going for that showstopper. Over 30% of the stock gone. Carol says, I have the last birthday card my dad wrote for me. Also have last card my sister sent me. So it's so true about, that personal touch of just signing it and writing it, even if you think your handwriting isn't up to much. Helen says, these are lovely. Rach Wu says, all ordered. Cannot wait to get it. And Helen says, hi all. She says, okay, Leanne, I am weak. I was not going to purchase anything today, but now I know I need these. I think, Leanne, just seeing the messages we've received in the first half hour, you have really scratched an itch for a lot of people here, and this is really hitting home with the majority of our viewers.
Do you know, and nothing makes me happier than that, Ben. Yeah. Really, genuinely, nothing makes me happier than that. Because often, basically my approach to product development is, I'm a bit of a fraud.
A what?
A fraud.
A fraud.
A fraud, because I've been doing it for 15 years and basically I've just been making things that I want.
But It's good though, isn't it? With you being a crafter, you make stuff that you want, and then everyone else wants it as well.
And I think that's the joy of it, really, because if you've got a crafter thinking, I want to do that, and I can't because I don't have the skill, but you know what? I've got the ability to work with manufacturers and make it possible, then that's a joy, isn't it? Because we get to look like we're clever and we get to make these beautiful things ourselves, but we're not having to have the skill to do it. Do you know what I mean? So I've just done that heart there, and I've done that with exactly the same technique as I did the star earlier. Okay, so I'm going to clean this stamp because we're going to have a couple more of these in different colours. And this is where we start to now build up several things and make a card front or a gift or a piece of artwork to frame and put in the home, whatever you want. The choice, you know, the choice is entirely yours. And the great thing about this is you can make loads of these in an afternoon, absolutely loads, because they're quick to do as well. And you're not looking for perfection. You are looking for them to be, as we've said, organic. Right, I'm going to do an orange one now. Okay, so I'll just show you, I'll just bring it in. I'm using, because you can't see, I'm using my watercolour palette. Let's bring, there we go, thank you. And I'm just a dip of water, and then you can see I'm just with my brush, around and round and round on the colour that I'm using, and that just thickens it up to almost the consistency of single cream. So you're looking for, with your paint, don't just wipe your brush over it once, it'll be too thin. So you're emulsifying the paint in the little pan with a bit of water, round and round and round, and then you've got the consistency, quite thick consistency of single cream. And then you paint that onto your stamp.
Just to mention, the watercolour palettes on the show, we've also got back in stock our glitter palette as well.
You can do this with them.
Yes.
Yeah, looks absolutely great. Or use them as just a little an accent. Once you've done your watercolour, you can put a little bit of glitter on the side if you want to. Okay. Absolutely.
Bottom of your screen for that set of glitter paint. So it's 12 colours, $12.99 or $16.99. Another one of these gone now as well. Thank you to Leslie B says I've ordered the Showstopper and oh, there we go, and the glitter watercolour paints. I'm sure Craftiganza will teach me some skills to use them. And Sparkly Sue says hi to Ben, Leanne and everyone. I've got mine. I'm loving your teaching, Leanne. Thank you, says Sue.
You're very welcome, Sue. It's one of the things I love to do most.
Yes. And you can tell that as well.
Share knowledge and skill and help people get great results at home. Okay, so I've cleaned my brush now, so that's where I'm starting to bring the paint out into the centre.
Yeah.
And as I do that, and I feel it's all becoming flat in one colour, I stop, clean my brush again, take it off, so it's just clear water on there now, and then bring that out a step further. Tiny bit of water, clean your brush, and that gives you from the dark on the outside to the light in the centre, and it feels 3D.
Brilliant.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's that colour, so we'll clean that one off. And we'll pick another colour. We'll have one more big one, I think. What colour should we do? Something a bit different. Should we do purple?
A purple heart, why not? Karen's asking whether you could use the liquid watercolours with these.
So it's a good question. You can, but you'll get less of a definite line to follow around because it's liquid. So you definitely can. What I would say is maybe if you're stamping that and then you're painting it with liquid, you're going to get your best results with a 48 watercolour pan.
Right.
I'm trying to make it work for you, Karen. You're going to get the best results with these.
Okay.
You are. Now, your liquid watercolours, for example, with this one,
yeah.
you could fill in with some liquid watercolour. So let's say you've done purple around the outside. We can look at that. Let's say you've done a purple outline, but then you fill in with blue. You'll start to get these colours mixing on the bauble. So we will have a look at that as well. But by far, I feel I get the best results with this watercolour paint.
Another one then, someone asking about whether you could use the moonbeam and sunbeam.
Yes.
So that is a definite yes.
Because you can emulsify that paint into thin cream texture.
Yeah.
The liquid watercolours are, by definition of their name, liquid.
Yes.
And so painting them on here, you wouldn't get them clinging to the stamp as well as this. But certainly give it a go. And if you like the effect, any watercolour medium, essentially.
So I asked this to Debbie earlier on, and so you could potentially, if you wanted to use your water reactive ink pads, you could use those
100%.
as well. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It would look fabulous.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So you've got plenty to be playing with. And also, obviously, make sure you stock up on your watercolour card as well, because that is going to be your best friend, isn't it?
Yes, it's the law.
The law, yes.
It's the law.
Well done, Jen. She's got her set. She says, I got my set from HSM, but I've caved and bought the Showstopper because I really wanted the other shapes. Oh, you didn't get all the shapes on HSM. I did not realise that. Star, teardrop and square, and new ones today. And there's no harm in having extras, Jen, I suppose, is there? You know, as backups, or to share your love of the collection with friends and family whenever they want to come over.
Absolutely. So I'm just cleaning my brush.
Yeah.
And then I drag that paint out. If you don't clean your brush in between doing this, you just end up dragging solid, because the paint travels a long way. You just end up dragging solid paint colour and you lose the dimension and you end up with a flat coloured shape. And, you know, if that's what you're looking for, that's absolutely fine. But I want mine to feel watercoloured.
Yes. Michael joins us saying good afternoon to Ben and Leanne. You're both looking great. Thank you, Michael.
Well,
we are
thank you.
definitely looking forward to tomorrow. Tea towel at the ready. A few people are bringing their new tea towels and aprons, Leanne, to get signed.
Oh, I love that.
And doodled on. So, yeah. What are you wearing tomorrow, by the way? I'm wondering whether to dress up or dress down.
I think I'm just going to go jeans and a top, Ben.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Because, you know, you're running around a lot. I'm going to be demonstrating these as well.
Oh, nice.
So if you get them today, come along and watch tomorrow, ask questions.
What your set time? Are you allowed to say what set times you've got on, or are they not?
I can't remember. I know I'm definitely on at 1:30. I think
Right.
I'm on at 10:30 as well.
Okay. And I will make good on my promise for all of our US viewers. I do intend to bring as much of it. Oh yeah, you know what? I will do that, Johnny. I've got a little steady cam, so I'm going to take that along and do some live stuff. I'll go live on the Crafters TV page. It'll be on Facebook though, for those of you that want to see it. So yeah, maybe I can catch a bit of Leanne doing some demoing. We catch up with Craig, catch up with Sarah. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Give us a holler in the comments if you are coming down, if you've not yet told us. There's going to be hundreds of people, I think, so get there nice and early.
Last time it was chocker.
Yeah, you said it was absolutely rammed, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
But we've changed the layout slightly this time, haven't we?
We have changed the layout.
Without giving too much away.
No, we have changed the layout for sure.
And there's going to be a cafe, isn't there, as well?
There is.
Everybody. Was that open last time?
No.
Ah, all this new stuff.
Now, I've just stamped that little heart there. Now, with these bigger ones, I went in with the brush that still had paint on.
Yeah.
That's because it's a bigger shape. With this smaller shape, it would be too intense. So what you do is you clean your brush and then you just go in with your water. You can pick a tiny bit of paint up off the paint palette if you want to, but it gives you more control. Otherwise, you'll flood it with full solid colour and you don't want to do that. Well, you might want to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that just now. And exactly the same as I've done before, but I'm just doing it smaller.
Do another question?
Yeah, go for it.
Stephanie says, could you use the stamps with just water to pick up ink from a watercolour background,
Yes.
leaving a shape behind?
Yes. 100%.
There you go. And Helen says, did you use a ruler for the string of the balloons on the cards?
No.
No.
That's what I'm about to do.
Oh.
And I just freehand everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's entirely up to you. How many I got? 4. So you need 5s. I need 1 more. Shall we do blue?
Ah.
No, I'm going to do fluorescent pink.
Yellow.
Oh, I could have done yellow. Would like a yellow one, Ben.
Oh, Johnny wants pink. I wanted yellow, but Johnny wants pink. You go with whatever you think, Leanne.
Johnny's the grandfather, godfather of craft, so we've got pink, yeah.
Oh, okay. I've only written a song about you, you know, it's fine, don't worry about that. Actually, there is the next colour, Johnny. This is the last one. This is the last one.
You could choose the next one.
No, let's not fall out about colours. We're all friends here. Bottom of the screen for your glitter paint palette, watercolour palette is available.
Yeah.
48 colours here. And they're only like small little squares of colour, but they last a long time, I'm guessing.
These,
right?
oh, they'll last you years.
Oh, years?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it depends how much painting you're doing, of course. But if you're just doing like regular crafting, years.
Yeah.
And the good thing is about them, it doesn't matter how wet you get them, they just dry again, and then you just reactivate them with water. You don't have to really take care of them at all. They're marvellous, absolutely marvellous. Right. Looking for a little space to put this little fella. This can go here. There we go.
Nice. Karen says, I'm coming tomorrow and I'm going to be bringing my tea towel for you all to sign. I have to get me...
That's such a good idea.
Sharpie. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday.
Such a good idea.
Yeah.
Even the aprons.
Well, yeah.
Oh, your tote bag?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Tote bag, why not? Bring whatever you like. We'll sign whatever. Within
Except
reason.
for your body.
Do you know what? Great minds think alike. I just had an image flash up in my head there, which I'm not going to share with you.
No, we're not signing that.
Tea towels, yes. Tote bags, yes.
And that's where we draw the line.
And that's where we draw the line. Yeah.
And then get your heat gun out and give it a little dry. And I'm going to put some glitter on as well, I think. But before I put my glitter on, I'm going to do my little lines. And it really is just freestyle. So I think this needs to be a little bit narrower at the top, but anyway, here we go. So I'm going to start here and I'm just going to freestyle draw in a manner of swirls.
Right.
So,
that's pretty.
right?
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, that didn't take a lot of doing, did it?
No.
And then what we're going to do is just do long lines, but don't try to make it straight, because if you try to make it straight, it won't look straight. So try to make it not look straight.
Right, yeah.
If that makes, it's meant to be, because it's a bit of string blowing in the wind. So you can see I'm just wiggling my pen ever such a little bit, and then that feels like it should be. So I'm not doing massive, I'm just like tiny, tiny little wiggles. And then this one.
Oh yeah, there you go. Wiggly shot there.
Coming up there, and that's okay. And then here, this one. And then you don't need to worry. This is what I mean. You want everything to feel organic. You don't want anything to feel like right angles and rulers and straight edges. Don't give yourself a hard time over it. Just do that and stop. Okay, and then once you've done that, we're going to, again, use our fine liner and just give it some little, like a little bow at the top.
Very cute.
Like that. And then we can, if we want to, use a little sentiment that's already been printed out. If you wanted to, you could have like a Happy Valentine's Day on there.
Yeah.
Or you could write it yourself if you want to. You could simply write...
You have very nice handwriting.
when I try. If I can be bothered. And then I would use my glitter again. Now you can use the glitter that comes in the kit.
Yeah.
Or you can use any of your other glitters that you've got at home. I also like to use the, you know when we've done the Sarah Signature collections?
Yes.
And we've got the very chunky glitter.
Oh, yeah.
I really like to use that too.
Okay.
But I use it in the same manner, just little random dots, not, you know, not loads of glue and not loads of straight lines. And then I've got a pot of this here, and this was, I think it might have been Enchanted Ocean or the fairy one.
And that, is that just tacky glue?
Yes, just tacky glue.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't
Get a bit
be
of glitter on
scared.
there, bit of sparkle. Ooh.
And then it almost feels like a little party on a card.
Oh, I love
Look
that.
how fabulous that is.
Yeah.
What did you say there, Jamie?
Do you Johnny thinks his suggestion of the pink makes the project.
The pink does make it, Johnny. That was a really good...
Leanne, don't give him all that kudos.
But look how that catches the light.
Yeah.
So you can have fine glitter if you want to, or you can use... If I just tap off the excess there you go.
That is... I think yellow might have looked better, but, you know, it's all right with the pink. It's
now,
okay.
Isn't that a lovely card?
It's fantastic.
And you've done it yourself from scratch. It's drawn, coloured, embellished, all done by you. And so simple and beautiful. I just think that they're just revolutionary. They change what you're able to do. They're fabulous. You'll love them when you get them home. I know you will.
Trudy's just said this is so adorable and really fun to watch. All these ideas you see, and this is again where we're brilliant. I'm blowing our trumpet. You can buy the product and you get it home, you come back and rewatch the show. You've got all the inspiration, all the techniques, all the ideas. So you don't get home and go, oh, what do I do now? Because we've got all these shows. 2 hours with Leanne, 2 hours with Debbie, boom. And of course, there'll be more shows on this coming up. If you come into the pop-up shop tomorrow, more ideas with Leanne too. So you're going to go home with a head full of ideas. Pat says, I've just ordered this collection. Thank you, Pat. She says, I'm looking forward to experimenting with all these new techniques and I'm saving this show. Hilary and Holly are coming tomorrow. She says, Holly Colley's going to be wearing her neckerchief tomorrow. Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm looking forward to meeting you all. If you're coming with a furry friend, I cannot wait, especially Holly Colley. Second best collie in the world. Jake Quigley says, beautiful, Leanne. I've got a couple of questions. I'll tell you what, we'll have a short break. When I come back, we will recap on everything and I will fire the questions at Leanne. If you've got any more you want to add to our little Q&A, feel free to do that. But in the meantime, get involved. 40% of the Showstopper has now gone. So let's get you to the checkout. And in the meantime, whilst we do that, we are going to be having a little break and you'll be able to see some of our brand new Craftimonials. Alex Girling, if you're still watching, you're up.
Hi, I'm Alex Girling. I don't normally wear glasses, but to read, I need to wear my glasses. I've known of Crafters Companion for probably the whole time that they've existed, which happens to be the amount of time that I've been doing papercraft. I'm a cross stitcher originally, knitting, things like that, and then I sort of discovered papercraft and that's really taken over everything that I do. And I have to say, having just gone through all of my craft stash, the majority of what I have is Crafters Companion. Nothing compares, just brilliant. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I'm sorry, I'm not in my craft room. It's quite dark in there and the lighting isn't fantastic and I'm waiting for my lunch. So thank you. Keep up the brilliant work. You're all amazing. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hi Crafty Peeps, Victoria here. I love Crafters TV because it shows you the best tips and tricks on how to use your crafty stash. It also connects you with people from all over the world, and nowhere else on shopping TV you have the opportunity to live chat with other people from the other side of the world, for example, and laugh with them and be there for them when they're having a tough time. But also know that when you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go on the live chat, and you know people will be there for you as well. And when you're having a bad time and not feeling well, when you're a bit down in the dumpster and you know Crafters TV is going to be on, there's going to be some laughters and there's going to be some fun. And the banter going on between the demonstrators and the demonstrators is just really fun and really good, and sometimes the only laugh you will get when you're not feeling well. So that's personally why I love Crafters TV the most. It's the connection, the personal connection with everyone that's involved in Crafters TV and all the other crafters out there. So thank you, Sarah, from the bottom of my heart for coming up with Crafters TV and for bringing all the good fun and all the crafty tips to us. Yes, thank you. Keep up the good work, and I love you. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. Nice to see some familiar faces there, and that brand new Craftimonial of Alex as well. We have got some more edited. If you sent some in recently, expect to see your face, normal or furry, very, very soon. Well, because we've got Holly Collie, haven't we, as well? Oh, you're a bit worried there for a second. Johnny was like, what did you just say? Yeah, he's like, that's a bit rude. No, because Holly's got a furry face. She's wearing her neckerchief tomorrow as well, says Hillary. I'm looking forward to that. Beautiful, says Jane Quigley. Love that card, says Cindy Condy. Mary Beth Doyle says, I was on the fence with these, but Leanne has kicked me off. You've kicked Mary Beth Doyle off the fence, Leanne, apparently.
Well, I hope it was a soft landing, Mary Beth.
Yeah. Louise Ditch says, I've ordered. Great collection. Love your demos. Beautiful. I'd love to come tomorrow, but I'm too far south. Have a fun and a great day. Where are you, Louise? You'd have to let us know. But yeah, if you're south, it's a bit of a journey up this way, isn't it? And Cindy Thompson said, I've ordered my Showstopper on Wake Up Call at 6 a.m. Central Time. A couple of quick questions, Leanne. I think one you'll be able to do later, but Kendall Serafian is asking how she overlaps them. Will you be looking at that later?
We will. I'm going to do this one to show you how to make a character out of them, and then we'll do some overlapping.
Lovely. And Julie Barlow asks, can I use glue pens?
Yes.
You have to be quick on the button there because it's one word answers. If it can be one word, it will be. Any more questions, please fire those our way. And morning to Rosalind Russell. She says, good morning from Maryland. Hello, Rosalind. She says, I'm finally back home from a short vacation. Right, over 40% gone. Let's get back into it then. So we're going to create a character now, Leanne, are we? We
are. I'm just going to show you this as well. Look, that's the glitter's now dried. And you can see how lovely.
Ah, yes.
See, that's a little bit more subtle, but it's nice because it's just a little twinkle on the spot. It just depends what you want, really. So yes, now the glue's dried. Okay, so now we're going to go with yellow, and we're going to make some chicks.
Okay.
Some chickadees.
Chickadees.
So I'm going into my yellow paint. Something in my eye. Oh, bear with. Sorry, I'm gonna have to get it out. That's it. There's a hair. Okay, so I've got my water on my brush, and then remember you go round and round and round, and you emulsify this paint. You don't just go in. I'm going to use a different brush and show you. So you wouldn't just dip your brush.
No.
Do that and paint it on because it's too wet. You have to really work the paint in the water into the paint little palette there until it starts to feel like it's thickening up and it feels like single cream.
Okay.
Okay, and that's when you're okay to stamp it on. You can spritz them to wake them. You can spritz the palette beforehand if you like as well. It's up to you. Right, so that feels like a nice consistency for me now. So I'm going to paint this straight onto my stamp. And again, you want these to feel organic. You don't want it to feel perfect at all in any way, shape or form. So we're going to have a little circle here.
That's the joy of like watercolour as well, isn't it? I hear from a lot of people that
Yes.
that organic sort of feel and the fact that
Yes.
if you do make a mistake, it often isn't a mistake, and if it is, it's easier to rectify.
Absolutely. But you know what? When it is organic like that, it's not a mistake, it's a design feature.
Oh, I love that. Yes, roll with that.
Roll with that. It was intended all along. It's a design feature. That's what I'm going with, Ben.
What character are you creating?
Guess.
An owl.
Nope. You'll get it in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so paint still on the brush.
Producer Johnny thinks you're doing a minion.
No.
No? I was
Could
trying to
do a
think of-
minion.
I was trying to think of what noise a minion makes then, but I can't think. Oh, yeah. Banana.
Which is your favourite minion?
Do you know what? This might cause a bit of controversy here. I'm not actually that bothered about the Despicable Me movies.
Are you not?
No, I find the minions a bit annoying.
Really?
Yeah. Who's the main funny one who goes?
Kevin.
Oh, is that Kevin? Is it?
Is he?
Oh, we've got our resident minion expert in the gallery. Jamie says Bob's the what one? There's one called Stuart. Is there? Oh. It's not my field of expertise, I've got to be honest. Carl, Bob, Stuart, Tim and Phil and Kevin. Apparently. Dave.
Kevin's my favourite.
Which one?
Kevin.
Kevin. Who's the one with one eye? Oh, is there? There's a few with one eye. Stuart's the main one with one eye. Are your granddaughters into Minions yet, or have they not discovered them?
Yes, they love the Despicable Me movies. They do.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that. I'm just going to give that a little bit dry. All will become clear in a second. And I've done exactly the same there as I did for every other shape previously.
It's a chick!
It is a chick.
I've just got it. Just got it.
That sounds like Michael Jackson.
You did sound like Michael Jackson then, yeah. I love this Carol. It says, funny thing is, in the earlier show, I kept saying, I don't get it. I've already got these dies. Then my 5 a.m. brain kicked in and said, OMG, these are stamps, not dies. Brilliant. And you touched on that earlier, didn't you, Leanne? We've got our nesting dies, so why not nesting stamps? Little chick tail.
Chick
feathers.
tail.
Shake your tail feather.
Shake a tail feather. And again, you're not wanting this to be perfect.
No.
We're going for organic.
Deborah's just asking, is it better to spray the paper with water first, or does it look different if you spray it with water after you stamp?
I'll do one that I've sprayed first after this,
Okay.
just quickly, so you can see. It gives it more fluidity.
Right.
It just depends what you want to achieve. I'll show you that, for sure.
Not much love for the Minions coming through in the comments, apparently. Yeah. Stuart has one eye, says Karen. Can you use alcohol markers, asks Hilary, if you put them on your glass mat?
No.
Kendall says, I was so unsure of getting them, but had to when I saw Leanne doing and coming up with ideas of my own, she says. So there you go. Well done, Kendall. Congratulations. And Cindy Conley says, I'm with you there, Ben. I don't really care at all for the Minions. Well, it's a good job Leanne's not drawing Minions, isn't it? They're cute little chickadees. Very cute. This little beak. Like what, Johnny? Fish?
Oh, there could be fish.
Oh,
you could definitely
okay.
do fish, Johnny.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes,
You
okay.
could. Right. See what I mean? I can't even draw a face.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, it's all right. It's mine.
What did you say earlier on? It's a design
It's a design feature.
feature. Yeah. Abstract chicks.
I'm going in with a little orange beak here.
Yeah. I like
Lovely.
it.
Okay, and then I'm going to get down here, the white marker from Academy of Colour.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you could do your Angry Birds with these as well. Someone mentioned
They're going to get little eyeballs there with the white marker,
Mm-hmm.
as you can see. And then I'm going to actually, I think do you know what happened? I've got my thick liner. I should have done a smaller. Smaller nib.
Yes,
art liner. Thank you, Johnny. Art liner. So I'm going to get some green now, and I just want a very watered down green.
I love the minion, says Zoe Carver. There's also a Dave minion.
Of course.
Angry Birds with the circle, says love to create Elsie. And I was seeing fishes, says Mistress Dow.
You could absolutely do a fish. You would just do a little like love heart mouth, little pouty mouth coming out as a circle instead, with some little scales on maybe.
And Sonia Roselman says, I'm so happy and thank you both for using this palette. I bought several of these because they are great and I absolutely love them, but I am a few minutes late getting here. So Sonia, I can never say this. Could Jarl please show the showstopper for me, Ben? Thank Jarl and hello to Jarl. We'll do a recap after this little chick demo. My yawl is terrible. And I know Sonia types yawl a lot. We've had conversations before, Sonia, haven't we, about my yawl? Yawl. Pufferfish, says Karen McLeod.
Yes, definitely.
Are they the poisonous ones? Yeah, look cute, but then...
Right, so they've got somewhere to stand. And then I want a thinner art liner.
Can you use aqua markers?
Yes.
There you go, Karen. Keep the questions coming in. I'm loving all this. It's been very interactive today. Ah, cute little hearts.
Little hearts. And I'm going to use my glitter paint, which I've emulsified over here, to do a shiny heart.
Great.
There we go. There we are. So you can do that. And when you do it properly and you don't use a great big thick art liner, it'll look better.
Ah.
But there we go.
Equally.
And then you can do yourself a little sentiment. You could write on Hey Chick if you wanted to, or it could be another love one, whatever you want. Make it a pufferfish. It's entirely up to you.
So much fun. They're adorable, and young ones could do this, says Karen Bernhardt.
Yes,
I feel
easily.
it is like something the little ones could do, right?
Definitely. Easily.
Clarice says, happy Friday to y'all. She doesn't say y'all. Why have I said that? She just says, happy birthday. No, she doesn't say happy birthday. Oh, my goodness me. I've had a week of it, haven't I, this week? Happy Friday, all. Just read it, Ben. It's really simple. Happy Friday. I don't know why I said happy birthday. Happy Friday. I've ordered the Showstopper. Thank you, Clarice. And I am loving your demos, Leanne. We will get round very shortly to, I know, Kendall, you were asking how you overlap them. We will look at that for you very, very soon indeed. Just for the, who was it? Sonia. Do you want to see everything? So let's show you the Showstopper. So you're getting all of your shape stamps, your watercolour stamps, there's nesting stamps if you want to call them that. You've got the squares in here. You've got that beautiful teardrop. You've got the set of hearts, which we saw a little bit earlier. You've got the stars, which we saw in this show, ovals, circles, and your rectangles. So some really fantastic shapes in there. You are also going to get included in that collection the glitters. I'll tell you what, just whilst you just look at that, I'll get the glitter board so you can have a look at those as well. But you're going to get all of the different glitters, 2 different collections. So you've got your metallics and your essentials. I'll wiggle the boards at you in just a second. And then you're also getting your 4 water brushes as well. So 2 of those heads are kind of fine nibs, and then you've got your flat nibs with those 2. So that essentially is the new collection. But then the showstopper element of this, to help when you get this tariff-free in the US, is you get your Christmas Red Centura Pearl cardstock. You're going to get your flathead brush from the Royal and Langnickel collection, and you are also going to get your apron. So we've built all of that into the bundle for you. all the extra items that you've got in that kit you are getting for half the price you would normally pay. So I think it's an extra £10 or $14 for £20 or $29 worth of goodies. And of course you get it tariff free, and you get it free shipping as well in the US. If you do want to pick and choose, you can. Obviously tariffs will apply there. In the UK, pick, choose. If you just want to go for certain shapes, you can. I'll just show you those again as well on the boards here and show you the glitters. Everything is there for you on the shop today. Maybe you want to add more of those water brushes in, you can. But these are all the different shapes you're going to get. In stamp form, of course. Like I say, someone mentioned earlier on, saying they got a bit confused because they thought these were dies. They're all fantastic stamps for you. Love that, the teardrop. And then you've also got your rectangles in there too. The glitters, let me just show you those, are absolutely stunning because you can't see those in the packaging. You get 2 lots of the glitters. So in your metallics, you've got the beautiful sun ray, that interstellar that Leanne used a little bit earlier on. You've got nickel. You've got that beautiful galaxy, the galaxy far, far away, and then the stunning sunrise, and then your essentials, boom, look at that for a shot of colour. Shamrock, raspberry, you've got your cerulean, cosmic cobalt, and then your iris. Just hearing from producer Johnny that these are proving very, very popular individually. Like I say, pick and choose, stock up, grab the goodies. Showstopper's definitely the way forward though. We are well over 40% of that stock gone already. It's the pick of the week. The clue is in the title. It's supposed to last a whole week. If it keeps going at this rate, it probably will be gone by the end of the weekend. Pat says, the chicks are cute. They would be perfect. This would be a perfect quote for one of my friends. She has a farm and all the baby chicks and turkeys have been hatching. Aww. Zoe says, well, there is no surprise that I'm loving the chicks. Definitely going to try this one. And another cute card, says Linda. Daisy says, you made that look so easy, makes me want to give it a try. Whilst, Leanne, I feel, you know, you are the crafting Yoda, I do feel like this is, I mean that in skill-wise, not look-wise.
Mm-hmm. Crafty are you?
Oh no, this is what I was going to say. Yes, you're obviously very, very good at what you do. You're obviously an expert, but this is something which is achievable for everybody, isn't it?
Very, very achievable for everybody because it just wants to be organic, it wants to be loose, it wants to be fluid. It does not want to be perfect. It's just making it possible for you to be able to achieve it and you don't have to squash a cardboard tube. And believe me, unless you've tried, well, I'm not Stu Francis, I'm not crushing grapes, I can't crush a tube either. It just wasn't easy, it wasn't easy to do.
Yeah.
It really wasn't.
I used to love Stu Francis. Ooh, I
could crush a grape.
Yeah. £56, $76. I think this next demo, Leanne, are you going to show us how to overlap?
I am going to show you how to overlap, yes. Right, so we've got the teardrop. And actually, just before I start to paint it, when you start to work with the larger shapes, and because they nest, you can pull them into different shapes if you want to. So if you're wanting it to be the shape it is, try not to place it with too much pressure on your rocker block or your stamping mechanism. Just let it drop.
Right.
And then push it down. So then I would have that shape of a bauble. I'll put that there, you can see it a bit better. However, if I want a different shape of a bauble, I can manipulate these and I've got that shape of a bauble.
Ah, yes.
Yeah? So it's entirely up to you. But if you want the shape as it comes out the packet, lay it, let it drop, and that's what you'll get.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's another little top tip for you. Now we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to overlay them and we're going to use different colours. So I'm going to start with this lovely hot purpley pink here on this side. Clean my brush and go in with a nice bright blue. And every time you go into a new colour, you're emulsifying it to the thickness of single cream.
Okay, we won't forget that. That is the operative phrase today. Single cream.
It's important. And then that's getting painted down here.
Kathy's asking Leanne if she can use glossy highlights to put glitter on with.
Yes.
Yep, there you go. No beating around the bush.
Nope.
Solid yes.
Just a yes. Oh, I've got a yellow splodge on there. You'll forgive us. It doesn't matter, does it?
Fine.
Okay, so then this gets stamped on. Don't worry if you've missed a bit, because remember, we're filling it in anyway. So I'm going to start with my blue, and I've already got that on my brush, so this can come this way. And you can, depending on the look you want, really flood the water in. Especially if you're going to want more than one colour to mix together, and I'll show you that in a second. So we'll come down here and do that. I'm gonna, can you see how there's quite a bit of water on there?
Yeah, you're just sort of still pulling it around, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's picking up the line. And then when I've got that as much as I want, and it, you know, there is no exact science. It's not like, when do I know I've got enough water? Just stop when you're ready. Doesn't really matter. Then you're going to clean your brush thoroughly and go into the other colour you used on the other side. In which case it was that lovely hot pink, wasn't it? Like a purpley pink. And then can you see how, because I've touched it and there was a lot of water, it starts to mix a new colour in it. I mean, look, the pink's travelling all the way down there, mixing a new colour. So we'll just follow that round here. And just keep going in the direction. There you go. And we can let that mix in the bottom here, just with a big splodge of water. There we go. And then clean your brush again and do as we did before. Drag your colours out.
This is really cool. It's so arty. It's absolutely brilliant.
But yet simple.
Yeah.
Anybody can do this, anybody at all, because that's just flooding a shape with water. Now you're going to dry it. Not fully dry, but dry enough to be able to stamp over the top of it.
Right. Hello, Stephen. Just joined us. Jen Shank says, I'm watching Leanne. Made me stop doing my housework. And now I'm playing with the stamps. I figured the dust bunnies will still be there when I come out of my craft room. Dust bunnies. I've not heard that expression before. Yeah, it's Friday. Don't worry about cleaning on a Friday. Monday's housework day.
Okay, now I'm going to get a smaller one. I'll clean that up in a minute. I could do a bigger one, but no, we'll clean that up in a second. Let's get a smaller one. And then just choose a similar or contrasting colour. I'll go with a contrasting purple. Emulsify. I think I want something darker than that. I'm going down here. Yeah. Oh, you can't see. There you go.
There we go.
And paint that onto your little stamp.
Any more questions? Fire them in.
Yeah, please do.
Anything you want to see? This is brilliant, isn't it? You've got all this information to take away. And just to say also, obviously, if you come into the pop-up shop tomorrow, you've got more inspiration with Leanne as well.
You have. And then what you're going to do is just choose where you would like it to overlap.
Yep.
Because I missed a bit here, I'm going to overlap it there.
Oh,
so
okay.
this bauble is going there beside that one, and that will go over the top there, overlapped. Okay?
Nice.
And then all we do is take our paint and go over the top. Clean your brush.
And then overlap again if you wanted to.
And overlap again if you want to. You can have as many overlaps as you like.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah, as well. She says, I'm watching whilst working, but not getting much work done. Oops, I'm mesmerised. Yeah, I feel a bit like that as well. It's gone very quiet in the gallery. We are, yeah, chilling out, watching, relaxing, maxing. Acting all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. These would look good. Would you at ink pads, says Karen McLeod.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get those involved.
Now, did you see I just picked up a different colour? And the colour I picked up to overlap here is the same colour as the colour beneath.
Right.
So, and I've painted that on top. So that what that does then, it looks like this bauble is transparent and it's picking up the colour underneath. And then you've got this darker purple on top. Like that. And then you would just draw your little lines as we did before. So this time we'll dry it.
Okay.
I'll not brush it, I'll dry it.
Margaret says, I love Minions. I got the monsters from Sparkle and Sass. I mean, that's been so popular. Just especially to do Minions. I've now got the stamps too, and they're saying these are so useful. Heading towards half the stock of the pick of the week gone. Got a question from Daisy. I'll ask that in just a second. So just freehanding some little lines. Oh, a little bow. That's cute. Little ornaments, little baubles.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, you could.
Oh, right, just
You know,
adding
the
a
little
bit of
tops on a
pattern.
bauble.
Yeah.
And then, where's the paint markers? Here they are here. You know your paint markers that you've got at home?
Which ones are these? The double-ended ones or the...
This is the paint ones, metallic
okay.
paint marker.
Yeah.
Single-ended, ball bearing inside.
Are you just going, oh, just colouring in the pattern? Very nice.
Let that dry. There you go.
I love it.
And then if you want to put some glitter on, we can put some glitter on. Why not?
Why
We can
not?
do all the things. Where's the nice coloured glitter? I've got a galaxy one somewhere.
Galaxy
Oh no, look, this is good.
Iris.
This is perfect, this one.
Which one
Going
you
with
going
this
for?
blue one.
Oh, the blue. That the cerulean or cosmic
It is cerulean.
cerulean, yeah. Just whilst you're on that project, Daisy's just asking how we keep the water card from warping. She says mine always seems to do so.
It always will, because it's watercolour card and it'll soak the water up.
Okay.
I think that's just maybe you're using a little bit too much water.
Right.
So you're not looking to ever saturate the card. You're just really wanting the water to sit on top of the surface of your card. So you're not looking for it to soak in.
But naturally, in whatever way, you will get a little bit of warpage.
You will, always. And then all you do is you wait till it's very dry and you can put it under a heavy book, or I just manipulate it in my hand. I'll show you on a dry one, like the chicks. The chicks will be dry now. I'll show you on that. And I just manipulate it in my hand and it flattens out.
Here we go. Get the glitter on. Oh, yes. I'm flipping that round. Look at that. Very nice.
Yeah, and when you do several and then you do a little background.
Ah, yeah. That's so good. So it's so artistic. It's so artistic.
But easy.
Yeah.
Very, very easy. For the lady who was just asking about the watercolour card getting warped.
That was Daisy.
Daisy, you see how my chicks here are looking like the cards. Can you see how it's bent a little bit? All you do is this in your hands.
Right.
Once it's dry,
Reshape it.
yeah, just reshape it. Or glue it down to something.
Karen's been in touch, says, I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. I don't think I will sleep tonight. Karen, look forward to seeing you there. It's going to be fun tomorrow. Pop-up shop from 10, of course. If you're coming down, try and get there nice and early. If you're getting this, I would grab it now, because almost half of the stock of the pick a week has gone inside, well, officially, an hour and 20 minutes. I know we showed it earlier on this morning and in Wake Up Call, but the official launch at 2 o'clock. So in an hour and 20, over half the stock of the pick of the week gone. We're going to give you opportunity to get checked out. I can see a few more questions coming in as well, so get those in. When we come back, we'll have around about half an hour or so to go. So anything else particularly that you want to see, anything you want Leanne to recap on, any other questions you want to fire in, please feel free to do so. It's been a lovely interactive show, so let's keep that going, please. Any techniques you want to ask about, any ideas that potentially you've had and you want to ask Leanne to see if she thinks they'll work, let's have all of that, please. But more importantly than that, let's get your check-in out, get yours before somebody else does, and we'll meet you back here in 4 or 5 minutes' time.
Hi everyone, it's the Crafting Divas again, and today we have a song of why we love Crafters TV. Stamp, dies, and paper pads as far as you can see. Cutting, gluing, and embossing all on Crafters TV.
A few weeks ago on the show, we were talking about places where all you guys lived. And we might have used Google Earth just to have a bit of a sneaky look at the village, town, or city that you lived in. And I thought it might be quite funny if I wrote a little ditty and I put on my Facebook page, where do y'all live? And I'll put your towns and cities and village into my little song. But I didn't realize that there would be about 425 responses. So I'm gonna cram as many places into this song as I can, but I won't get them all in. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. We craft in Lydney, Lynbrook, Launceston, Lehanna, Tampa, Darlington, Almond Beach, Sedalia, Wills Point, Widnes, Wildwood, Wildham, Archer, Jackwell Lake, Walkerburn, Yate, Bay, Hesperia, Sublimity, Pinhole, Avon, Freeport, Mapleton, San Jose, Enniscorp, Great Bend, Detroit, Keniston. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Parachute, Paradise, Pollux, Papillion, Sheepshead Bay, St. Petersburg, Seacon, Sutton, Saturday, Bristol, Brighton, Brooklyn, Blackwell, Barnsley, Tide Squeeze, South Shields, Temple Hills and Bentley, Tampa, Pillar, Tucumcari, Ottawa, Hull, Harrisburg, Lexington, Tupelo, Cincinnati, Austinburg. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Loxahatchee, Lakesville, Lawrence, Lacey, Livermore, Albuquerque, Weeki-Wachee, Pensacola, Elsmere, Mechanicsburg, Williamsburg, Rebella, Houston, Burlington, Wet Wang, Market, Drayton, Yale, Medford, Wellington, Wapakoneta, Homer, Sassa, Santa Rosa, Wichita, Honolulu, Riverdale, Melbourne, Commerce, Fentanyl. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Newton Abbey, Richmond, Dudley, Georgetown, East Coast, Eugene, Ferrum, Rhinebeck, Walkerstown, Newarheim, Fort Wayne, Gloucester, Chester, Long Beach, Raphael, St. Dominic's and Cloud, St. Augustine Beach, Sand Springs, Romford, Tulsa, Traverse City, Wesley Chapel, Ballarat, Medina, Rampart City. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Sawbrook and Tucson, Kissimmee, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Biloxi, Lafayette, Elmira, Glendale, Scottsdale, Anchorage, and Hurtville, Seattle, Gold Canyon, Ipswich, Cumberland, Unionville, Toledo, Miami, Atlanta, Cleveland, Gold Canyon, Altoona, Calounda, Port Orange, Clover, Rising Sun. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. And there's a few more places I didn't manage to get into the song. West Runton, Newcastle, Kingswood, Sandbach, Carlisle, Bewley, Albury, Durham, Springfield, Ashington. We craft in Greenville, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sumter, Oak Park, Winchester, Knapp Hill, Stoke-on-Trent, Mount Pocono, Greenville, Charlotte, Oxon Hill, Tunbridge Wells, Modesto, Haverhill, Sierra Vista, Arecibo, Morgantown, O'Fallon, Aurora, Black Forest. We craft in Hermiston, Brownsburg, Henderson, Socorro, Fort Myers, Mandenholm, Hilliard, Farmingdale, East Moline, Summers Point, Calgary, Charleston, Salisbury, Malden, Galloway, Fitchburg, Hopewell, Aberdeen, Winstead, Castlewood, Chatsworth, Limestone, Victoria, Willoughby, Rockland, Canton, Falmouth, Conestoga, Lyndhurst, Ashbourne, and Cluj-Napoca. Oh yeah.
What was that? Welcome back. Thank you everybody for being with us. Thank you for shopping. Been very busy in the break there as well. Well done if you've got your collection. Tara Baldwin says, hello lovelies, I hope you're all well. It's my birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Tara. You say it's a party, crafty day for me. The housework can go away. Love that attitude. Yes, housework, go away. Birthday, craft day. Very nice, Daisy says. Looks like blown glass, that last project. She says it's so pretty. And Alison says, I'm getting pop-up shop FOMO. I thought you were down. I thought you were coming, Alison. Maybe I must have got that wrong. We'd love to see you there. As I say, for those of you that are having FOMO, I'm taking it upon myself to do some social media from there, and I'm also going to go live, so it will be on the Crafters TV Facebook page. So I know normally if you're on YouTube, it won't be there, it'll be on the Facebook page, so we'll do lots of behind the scenes stuff. I'll show you around, we'll chat to the guys, it's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you join us. I'll let you know through the day when we're going to be going live. A few questions coming in, Leanne. Sarah would like to know, would masket tape work for layering?
Absolutely, 100% yes, please. This one is done with masking tape.
Oh.
With the Eclipse, the masking tape that we've got. So what you would have for the ladybird head is this first circle and put that down as a piece of paper.
Right.
Then stamp your bigger red circle over the top of it, which leaves you this half moon shape cut out of the red. And then you just go in and you fill it out black and draw the little bits on.
Excellent. Leanne, what glue did you use, says Helena. Now,
Tacky.
That's tacky. Didn't even get time to go across there. What glue did you use?
Tacky.
And Pat says, or asks, can you put a paper towel under the watercolour paper to help absorb some of the water so the card doesn't bend as much?
You could, but it won't help.
Right.
Because the water's already gone through the card at that point.
Yeah.
And really, the water, all of these I've been showing you, the water has never gone through the card. So if your water's going through your card, a bit too much water.
Yes. Hello to Michael Adams, who says, I've sent a photo in, Ben. Ooh, what have you said? And you said you come in with a special guest tomorrow, Michael. Is that one of the bears, potentially, I'm guessing? Alison says, I'm off on holiday tomorrow. Oh, okay, going down to Devon. Where are you going, Alison? Let me know. I can, if you're going in sort of my manor, South Devon, I can potentially give you some good places to go and see. And also Little Bear says, hi everyone, I've been very busy crafting today with my recent purchases. I now need to decide if I need this new Showstopper. Leanne, does Little Bear need the new Showstopper?
Yes.
There you go. £56 or $76 is the price for this. I will recap it on just a bit, but we're going to get into another technique, I think.
Yeah, absolutely we are. So we're going to look at how to do a little flower garden now with using the teardrops again.
Okay.
So we're going to use the smallest teardrop as a petal. So exactly as we've done up to now, just choose the colour of paint you want to use. I'm going to go with this one. Don't know why, it's just where my paintbrush landed.
I feel like this would be a very good purchase as well, Leanne, to go alongside the Showstopper if you haven't got it, because you've used this the whole show, this watercolour paint palette. It's absolutely...
For me, I would say it's pretty essential.
Right.
Because the beautiful nature of these watercolours, the fact you can mix them to the exact consistency you need.
Yeah.
It just makes all the difference. It really does. I mean, you can obviously use all the other things that we've talked about. Yes, you can. But for what I'm doing here, if you want to do exactly as I'm doing here, I would suggest.
And 48 colours, yes, but I mean, who knows how many colours once you start creating your own little palettes and mixing colours around, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, the possibilities are absolutely endless.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Michael. A picture. Oh, that's cute. It's a picture of Michael and Stephanie and our Debbie.
Oh.
Michael's coming tomorrow. What have you given her there? Pina colada? I'll show you that picture in a minute. Looking forward to meeting you all tomorrow. It's going to be a fantastic day. I genuinely, Leanne, as much as I enjoy presenting these shows, I love getting out and about and meeting our viewers, don't you?
Oh, me too.
So much fun.
It is fun. It really is. Right, so once you've done that, so you see I've stamped 4 all at once.
Yeah.
And just overlapped them. Then I'm going to take my water and I'm going to really blend out the overlapped lines.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use my kitchen towel to pick some of that up. And then what happens when you paint it back in is you can't really see where they were.
I see.
Not that it matters if you can, but you get the idea. Excuse me, sniffing away here.
I know, you've had a bit of a cold today, haven't you?
Yeah. I started last night.
Oh.
I'm going on holiday tomorrow, next week.
Oh, typical, isn't it?
So I'm hoping it goes away.
Where are you off to?
Croatia,
Oh. How long are you going for?
a week.
Have you been before?
Yes, loved it.
When did Croatia become popular? I feel like it's quite a new destination for
Well,
us
it was
Brits.
obviously it was Yugoslavia before,
Yeah.
wasn't it, years ago? It's becoming more popular, I think.
Where does one go in Croatia? What?
So I went to Orebić
Right.
last time and Korčula. This time I'm going to Rabac and Rovinj. Possibly a little trip to Montenegro.
Oh, okay. And is it is it warm over there?
Oh,
Or?
yeah, be very warm.
Is it?
And it will spoil lots of other places for you 'cause it's so clean. So clean. And the people are friendly. A lot of Italian influence in the food. The seas were better than the Caribbean. Crystal blue.
Seriously?
Oh, just absolutely. I mean, I was a Greekophile before I went
Oh,
to Croatia.
I love Greece.
Love Greece, but Croatia's spoiled it for us. I'll not fib.
Is it more affordable then than some of the more popular destinations, or is it becoming more expensive?
Well, actually, this was more affordable than Greece, this holiday that I've got.
is it?
So it's on par.
Oh, okay.
It's on par. It's not a massively expensive destination.
Might have to look at that maybe next year.
Oh, you should.
Croatia. What sort of food do you eat in Croatia? What's the...
So Italian influence,
Oh.
but mainly like seafood or grilled meats. The traditional food is more like, you know, when you get like a slow cooked piece of meat in the bell
yeah.
clay oven for ages
yeah.
with all the sauces. Really nice. That and seafood.
Oh, it sounds like my kind of place. It's one of the best things about holidays, isn't it? All of like the food.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
the buffet breakfast where you can just have whatever you want.
Yeah, we got a really good deal actually. We got full board for the price of self-catering.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we may or may not use it because I like to go out for a meal. I like to go out and get in the locally and eat local food. But if you've been out on a trip or something one day and you can't be bothered, then knowing that you've got your dinner there.
Yeah. We've tended to do that the last few years we've been away, but we sort of go all inclusive, but we always have like one day where or a couple of days where we'll venture out because it's nice to go and eat out, isn't it?
It
It's a
is.
little bit of a treat. Try the local tavernas and whatnot.
Definitely. All inclusive is good when you've got kids though, Ben.
Oh, 100%. It was a revelation for us. We did about, I think, 3 or 4 years. So I remember the last holiday we did with the kids, where I'd taken a set amount of money. It was like a half board thing. Taken a set amount of money to last the 2 weeks, and I was spent up after a week because of all of the ice creams and
Ice cream,
treats
Coke,
and
pop.
and so the first year we went on all inclusive. I can still see it now, like the kids just getting their ice creams, coming back like, can I have another one? Yeah, you can have as many as you want. Remember George, he was probably only about 6 or 7. I think he had like about 9 ice creams in one day, and him and Daisy were like having a competition to see who could have the most
Who
ice
could have
cream.
the most ice cream?
I was like, knock yourself out, kids. Don't bother me.
That's what we did when Peter was about 5, I
Yeah.
think. And it was great because you're not bothered about it. And you know, if you did get something and it didn't get eaten, or you know, if he was hungry
Yeah.
at a time when everybody else wasn't ready to eat, you can go and get burger and fries.
Yeah,
or,
exactly right.
Just keep them, you know.
And it allows you to relax a lot more, doesn't it?
It
Because I always
does.
used to like worry about money on holiday. You don't want to worry about that, do you? And you know the kids are going to ask for everything, so all inclusive, game changer for us.
Exactly.
Stephanie says, I saw my first ladybug of the season yesterday in my garden. And hi to Alison. Oh, she's off to Axminster for her holes. That's up East Devon way, Alison, that is. I don't know Axminster too well. That's where the carpets are from, isn't it? Axminster carpets. Daisy says, I wonder if my hubby would consider moving to where is the pop-up shop exactly, lol. Well, I don't know. Where are you, Daisy? You'd have to let us know. You have to move up here to the northeast.
That's so funny.
And Amanda says, Leanne, I totally agree with you with regards to Croatia. We were on a cruise and stopped there, and Montenegro, as you said, spotless, beautiful weather, rugged, and the sea was crystal clear, says
Yeah.
Amanda.
Absolutely glorious. It does spoil lots of other things for you where you're like looking and thinking, oh no, I'll just go back to Croatia. Yeah. Right. Okay, I'm nearly done, guys. So I'm going to do one more. Sorry. Is everybody having a nice time watching?
We're having a nice time. Wish I hadn't started chatting about food though now because my stomach's rumbling. It's all those grilled meats and seafood. I never would have thought, says Pat, about overlapping the teardrop to make a flower. What a great idea. Thank you so much for the inspiration. And Linda
You're
says,
very welcome.
I love all-inclusive vacations. They are the best. Definitely the way forward. We're going to a Euro camp this year for our holidays.
Oh, Ben, some of our best holidays ever with Peter were Euro camping.
Seriously?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it now.
Oh, so good. So good.
I'm...
Oh, you're not a camper, Ben?
Well, no. So what it is... Oh, people are going to think I'm miserable. So we're going with Laura's brothers and sisters and all of the nieces and nephews.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a big... There's how many of there's going to be... Well, there's 4 of us, 9... Oh, my goodness me. There's going to be about 18 or 19 of us. And when you go on holiday, I just want to chill and relax and do my own thing. And part of me just feels like it's not going to be that relaxing of a holiday. But we're going to France, which I'm looking forward to because I like France and I speak a bit of French. So I always like to go over there and, practice the lingo.
Yes.
But Laura's booked it with her brothers and sisters, so I haven't really been in charge and I haven't actually looked. So I was a bit like, oh, what is Eurocamp? But you say it's amazing, is it?
Amazing.
Ah.
Oh, I love it.
What is it like, Butlins abroad?
Well, the Euro campsite we went to didn't have the clubhouses. So it's really just having like a little canvas sheet. And, usually you've got your own barbecue and your own hedged off area and your own sun lounges and all of the beds are made up for you. And it was just fun. And then you would go to the big pool area with the slides, usually like a little clubhouse with pizzas and a bar and travel out. Whereabouts in France are you going? You don't remember?
I can't remember. It's an hour south of Bordeaux, is all I know.
An hour south. So, okay. You're not in the Loire Valley, are you?
I don't know, am I?
You might be.
It's something like, I'm going to research it now, Lac de Boula something or other. Lac de...
Now then, while Ben's researching, I'm going to now give definition to my flowers with my fine liner pen. So I've got the half, I think I want the thinner one, a 0.3 one, I think. 0.3, yeah, let's go 0.3. Okay, and then what we're going to do is just follow the general direction. Remember, organic, not perfect. So we're following the general direction and we're doing it a couple of times for each petal. But what we won't do is lap back, lap over. So we'll just do this a couple of times around there and then see how we're just doing that very roughly. And then that feels more, it feels more intentional when you don't try and make it perfect. Mm-hmm. Yes, very sketchy. And always go around a couple of times. The petals that go over the top can go over the top.
Uh-huh.
Like that. Okay, and then you will do your stalks.
It's Lac de Biscarrosse.
Oh.
I still don't know where it is. It looks nice, actually. I can't believe we're looking at my holiday in the middle of a show. Oh, it looks massive. It is near Bayonne.
Oh.
So
It'll be lovely wherever you are.
Yeah.
We did it in Normandy. We did it in Brittany. We did it in the Loire Valley. Mm. We did it just outside of Paris and did Disneyland with Peter when he was 5. We did the other place beginning with a C up beside the ferry port, which will come back to us in a minute.
The what place?
Begins with a C. It's
What?
up by the ferry port. The place in France.
Calais?
Calais,
Yeah.
yeah, we went all over the place. One of my favourite places was Fougères. That was fabulous.
Fougère.
You get the chance if it's not far from. Very medieval city with a moat and everything. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, so we've got my flowers. I went a bit wild with those leaves. You'll do better leaves. But you can see the flowers there. Now, this is going to be...
It's a little, what did you say, Johnny? Oh, not a flower. I thought you said cauliflower. It's not, definitely not a cauliflower. It's a butterfly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to be getting up early tonight. Oh, I've got to have an early night tonight, says Karen, leaving here at 4 a.m. for the pop-up shop. And I've got not to be coming to the pop-up shop, says Amanda. I was going to take the opportunity to see family, but my back is bad. Oh, no. And I can't drive 4 hours.
Sorry to hear that.
And Stephanie says, I would be happy to go to Bordeaux. Think lots of wine all over France.
There you go. And you can make a little butterfly. And then
really
if you want to do some glittering on your butterfly, you've got your fine glue, you've got your iridescent, do some bits of glitter. And remember, organic is the name of the day.
That's it.
We're not trying to make it perfect. We're trying to make it sketchy. So you can do that. I've done much more intense colours this time, but I'll show you one if you decide to do it with pastel colours.
Oh, yes. Which is this? Is this the Interstellar again?
Yes, that is Interstellar. There we go. Excuse me being sniffy.
Ah, that looks brilliant.
And if you do it in pastel colours and you do a few more, pop a little sentiment on.
Oh, wow. They're both equally as beautiful. I quite like the pastel as well on that. Brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Stephanie just says, I'm loving the demo and the sketching adds so much as well. I'll tell you what, we'll have a look at a few samples in just a second. Just to remind you again as well of everything you're getting as far as the Showstopper is concerned, it is £56 platinum today. 76 bucks. Remember, no one should ever pay that price in the white box on screen. If you are paying that, sign up to Club Inspire. We'll get you 20% off your first order. You can do that on the website. But £56, 76 bucks, you get everything. So all of the stamps in there, so the ovals and circles and rectangles, your hearts and stars. You've got the beautiful teardrop and then the squares in there as well. Plus you get all of the glitters, which I'll show you on boards in just a second. So if you want to add a bit of sparkle to your project, you can. And you're going to get your 4 brushes as well as water brushes with the 2 different heads. The Showstopper element, so we've built in the Centura Pearl Christmas Red cardstock. Another one of our paintbrushes, it's Royal and Langnickel paintbrush, and you also get our brand new April included in there as well. That is an extra £10 or 14 bucks instead of an extra £20 or 29 bucks. It means that the bundle is for you tariff free, and it also is for our US viewers free shipping as well, which is incredible. We are now officially just over half of the stock of the pick of the week gone. I think it's safe to say probably the busiest pick of the week since we've started this back, proving very, very popular indeed. You can get the items individually should you wish to. I know particularly for our UK viewers, obviously if you're in the US, that will incur a tariff. But if you're in the UK, pick and choose your shapes if you want to do that. If you want to add more glitter into your basket as well, you can do that. Just showing you the different colours that you'll get in the metallics and the essentials. If you want more of those water brushes, of course, you can add those in. But certainly if you are in the US and budget allows, the Showstopper is the best way to go to be able to get everything. We're going to have a little bit of a look at some finished samples, and then what we'll also do, because I know it's proving very popular, back in stock today as well, the watercolour palette obviously Leanne's been using, but the glitter palette, we'll have a little bit of a look at that for you as well before we disappear. But should we have a look at some finished samples with you, Leanne?
Yeah, why not? And you know, now that you've seen me do all of those little demonstrations for you, when I show you these samples now, you won't be intimidated anymore.
That's really true.
Yeah, because you've seen how easy it is to do all of these things, and now every single one of these samples I show you, you are absolutely going to be able to do that yourself at home. So you can see we've got beautiful love hearts all flying in the air there. Instead of just doing them in a string, overlap them. We've looked at how to overlap. You see me do the chicks. Now you can do the bunnies.
They're so
because
good.
You're just going to put 2 little circles on top of each other and freehand a little ear and draw a little face on, or have them all facing away if you can't, if you don't feel confident.
Yeah, it's good.
Just do little bunny bums all the way
Bunny
along.
butts.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
This is great for Easter.
I love
because
that.
you've got that lovely, we've pulled the oval out of shape a little bit to make you the Easter egg shape. So you can do them hanging if you want to. This, now you'll be able to see. So what you do here is you put 2 stamps on at the same time. So the large one for the outside and the smallest one for the inside.
Okay.
And then it leaves you the gap. And you then have to just colour the inside bit and it leaves you that little frame. So you've got 3 stamps on there and it leaves you the white frame, which then creates that fabulous geometric look.
That's very
cool. So you
cool.
can stamp them up and nested as well.
Yeah.
We looked at doing one similar to this, didn't we?
Yep.
When I did the demo this morning. Not this morning,
Earlier on,
Now
yeah.
this one, you might have looked at that earlier and thought, never, I could never. You can, it's simply 2 circles, blue ink, blue paint, splished around the outside and a nose and some arms.
I think that is one of my favourite cards.
Isn't it lovely?
It's really clever.
It's lovely. This is just 3 circles for baubles.
Yep.
We've just looked at how to do that. This is just several stars, and this is done with a glitter palette. Can you see the little shimmer in there?
Oh, and the
So
stars,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
several of them done, and that's just done with a glitter palette. We looked at how to do the chicks.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
We've looked at how to do the overlapping baubles. And if you can do overlapping baubles, you can definitely do overlapping balloons,
Yeah.
can't you? So that's all of those. And then this one, the ladybird one, I'll just talk to you about that again.
Oh, yeah.
So the ladybird one, you would do the smallest circle in masking tape. Okay, put that on. And then stamp the biggest circle over the top. If I show you with my pencil here, the biggest circle over the top of the little circle. And then when you peel the masket away, it leaves this little, almost like a bite out of a cookie shape.
Yeah.
And then you just fill that in with black and you paint the rest ladybird style. So easy to do. So easy to do. Make yourself some pieces of artwork, Ben.
I love this so much.
Isn't that fabulous?
Like pebbles.
Just so lovely, almost like 4 pebbles. And all of those are being decorated with
And
just
shells.
the white acrylic marker,
Yeah.
your gold and silver and rose gold paint markers.
We were saying earlier on as well, if you love tangling, these are perfect for that, aren't they?
Perfect for that, absolutely. And then lemons.
Oh, I love it.
So you've seen me
Fruity.
do those before with the orange, you know, the little chicks. Just do it with the oval, stick some leaves on, you've got lemons. Just make some little geometric shapes. It looks absolutely beautiful. And for this, just put a strip of our repositionable tape.
Debbie showed us that earlier, actually.
Did she? Yeah,
if you want to see that.
strip of the repositionable tape across the middle, stamp your heart over the top, and it leaves you a space to write a sentiment. I'll be handwriting an I love you in there with a fine liner. Go to town. Go to town, do all of your circles first, and then put all of the backgrounds on, stamp, you know, make a really eclectic background. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then look at the parcels, you can see there. And they've just been decorated with the fine tip glue and the glitter to make the bows on there. And you can make gift boxes as well if you want to. Decorate your gift box up.
That's really cool.
And make it really unique. So you've handmade paper there, for example. It really, you will never, ever, ever, oh, can I just say as well, that one, the background, all done with the little hearts. Make your own backgrounds. You will never run out of something to do with these. And every single thing you do will look like a piece of hand-drawn, original artwork from you. And I don't think you can get anything better than that, Ben.
Absolutely. I mean, from the comments that we've got coming through as well, I think it's going to be a game changer for so many of our fantastic viewers. The whole technique fascinates me, says Carol Beard. Love the demo, says Stephanie. And the sketching adds so much. So good, says Daisy Wrench. And the butterfly was such a surprise. Nice, wasn't it? Look how Leanne left that till the last minute. Good morning, everyone, from sunny Montana, says Mary Pat. Love the flowers, says Janelle. And the butterfly, so cute. And love to create, LC says, I love all the makes. My favourite is the melted snowman as well. But there's so many different ways to use these, so many different finished samples there you've seen. And hopefully now kind of giving you that idea as to why these might be something that you want to get into your crafty life. Loads of you have bought, hundreds have shopped already. As I've said, over half the stock of the week's stock has gone inside the 2 hours. So that tells you how popular this has been and how many people want to be involved with this collection. If you haven't got yours, make sure you do. If you can't stretch to the full collection, pick and choose, particularly if you're in the UK, obviously, you know, no tariffs for you guys. You can obviously pick and choose and get the different designs. If you are in the US though, get the Showstopper, $76, buys you everything, plus it's tariff free, and we'll ship that to you for free as well. Wow, says Cindy Conley, I will save to rewatch and get the ideas over and over. Just before we go, we've got about 7 or 8 minutes left. Although we mentioned briefly, and we touched on it earlier, the glitter paint palette is back in stock. This is a bit of a ooga warning, because it's one of those things that kind of comes in stock and then flies out the door when everyone sees it's back, and then we haven't got it for ages. We've got it back in. £10.39 is your platinum price for this, or $13.59 if you're in the US. Should we have a quick look at this with Leanne? For anyone who missed our glitter paint palette, Leanne, are you looking at the price there, Leanne?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Saw her peering over the rim of her glasses.
We've got the glitter palette here. I've just done exactly the same with the glitter as I did with the watercolours. I spritz them, remember, that's what you do. You spritz them to wake them up, and then I've emulsified the paint in the little palette, and then I'm just going to paint that straight on to my stamp.
All right.
And with the glitter, because the particles move, it's better to dab it on than paint it on. See what I'm doing?
Do we just spritz this again to wake it up? Do we?
We did.
The
We
palette?
spritzed it.
Okay.
I spritzed it while you were chatting.
Right.
Okay. So we'll get that spritzed on there. And I'm going to clean the blue off, and we're going to do another colour. Let's go with some lemonade.
Oh, yeah. There we go, got that consistency.
Yep. Am I making us run late?
No, no, no.
Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp that straight onto some watercolour card. That's with the glitter. And then because I've got the yellow already on my brush,
Yeah. Are you always a rock-a-block stamper?
always,
Ah. Obviously you have been today.
always and forever.
Ah. Just personal preference.
Yeah, I'm like a forever and ever and ever and ever. That one.
Demis Roussos.
That's him. Bit of Demi. And then we just fill it in with the glitter, and then clean your brush as we've done up to now, and then just drop your water in, and you'll get it all moving and blending
Yeah.
and making little patterns within, glitter style.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Certainly.
get your heat gun and arrest it. When you've got a lot of water on, keep your heat gun high until it starts to really dry. And then you move it down towards the card, because if there's a lot of water sitting on the top of the card,
Yeah.
if you go too close too soon, it'll blow out of the shape.
Gotcha.
So you need to see it start drying, and then when it starts drying, you can go a bit closer for faster. Okay. And then when
Lovely.
you've done that,
Give it a
give
wiggle.
it a little wiggle to Jamie,
Oh, yeah, look at that.
and you'll see all of the beautiful glitter in there. Look at that. So you can do little glittery chicks, you can do your glittery hearts, you can do your glittery heart, whatever you want to do. The glitter paints work absolutely superb with these. One thing I promised to do, and I never got round to, if I've got a second, is to spritz the card first.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
And just show you,
Good
is that
memory.
okay?
Yeah.
So if I just move this out of the way, I'll just keep the heart there, the star, sorry. And
You've
I'll
got to
do
get
that.
those glitter paint palettes though, haven't you? My goodness, for a tenner.
You've got to get the glitter paint palette. The glitter paint palette, this card here is done with the glitter paints.
Ah, okay.
Can you see?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes.
You've got there, look, got it, there you are. That's done with the glitter. It looks absolutely incredible. So if I just spritz first my card, so it's got a little moisten. And then with this star, I'll just go with similar colours again. There's the glitter on top, just for speed. I'll not clean it. Been a bad Leanne.
So this is stamp, then spritz, did you say?
So I've spritzed the card
Right.
first, and now I'm painting the stamp as before, and then I'm going to stamp on top of the moistened card, so
Okay.
you can see the difference. I mean, I don't think there's much of a difference, but look, you can see it yourself then, and then you're not wondering. And
Exactly
I've
right.
done it for you, and you can decide if you
Yeah,
like
you
it
got
or
the
not.
choice, haven't you, then?
Yeah. So then that goes on there, and you see how what happens is it explodes.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
quite
get
cool.
like a watercolour effect for a background. It'll create it for you, which actually also looks great.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get the crisp lines and pull the paint out as I did. You can go in and encourage a little bit of paint out if you want.
What does that remind me of?
Like that. And then when you're ready, go high.
Daisy's just saying, could I add regular glitter to plain watercolour paint to create that effect?
It won't, no. There is no
No.
binder in it. It won't hold it.
No.
No.
Oh, I really like that effect. That's really cool.
So that's another way you can use them for
Yeah.
backgrounds if that's what you want to do.
Cool.
Yeah, it's entirely up to you.
Well done, Mary Pat. At the end of the show, she's saying, yippee! I've ordered the Showstopper. I'm so excited to play with these. We are over half of the stock gone. It's been a fantastic, well, I say show, 4 hours really we've done. If you have just shopped in this show, don't forget to go back and watch Wake Up Call from earlier on with Debbie and to watch the earlier show. And just so you can compare and contrast, here we go.
Two different ways. Dry
Yeah.
card and wet card and let it explode. Dry card and fill it in.
Which is your fave?
Dry card and fill it in.
Okay.
What do you like?
Wet card explode, I think.
Do you?
I really like that effect.
I think that's nice as a different technique, but you wouldn't be able to do that like that.
No, no, no.
So it's got its place. It
Yes.
if it's like a nice background, you want it to be very eclectic, then yes, absolutely. But if you want a nice, precise little chick, it might not work.
Yeah, and we're done.
Are we finished?
Yeah, we're done. I've really enjoyed that. Are we going to see? I guess we won't see you again now, will we? Until
Not until I'm back from holiday. Oh, the next time you'll see me, Craftimonils weekend.
Yes. Oh yes.
Because I'm away till the day before Craftimonils weekend. So, yeah, that's when you'll see me.
And of course, if you come into a pop-up shop tomorrow,
I'm at the pop-up shop tomorrow, and I'm there from beginning to end.
so bring your tea towels and aprons to get signed. Get your phones at the ready for pictures. We'll do all of that, of course, as well. And Leanne, as well as some of the other guys, are going to be doing live demos from that event. So that's going to be really, really cool. Leanne, thank you so much. I've thoroughly enjoyed that today. Have a lovely weekend.
You too, Ben, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely, you blooming will. I will see you lot, though, you lovely lot, in about an hour's time. I'm back with Debbie for your wrap-up of the week. It is Friday Night Live. We've got loads of great deals for you. We've got the Western collection, which we're going to go back to. Price drops, the daily deal, win your basket. We've got the Muppet game for you. We've got Friday Night Faves, where we're going to be looking at your projects as well. So if you've sent any pictures recently, make sure you're watching, because we could be featuring yours. And, of course, loads of fun and probably one or two giggles as well. In the meantime, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Make sure you get your Showstopper checked out, and we'll see you back here in just over an hour. Until then, that was the pick of the week. Bye for now.